glow, this blue light will come and this light will switch on. Once this is done, you are ready to discharge. Okay, so just 1 minute, I'll wear the gloves because I have to hold the chicken. Not the live one, it's just chicken breasts. Okay. So you can see, this is the device. So it's a switched on again. हम दोबारा से करेंगे. आपने हाथ में लिया, सब कुछ ठीक है. एक बार पुश किया, बस एक बार पुश किया, ये ऑन हो गया. थोड़ा सा समय देना पड़ेगा. We cannot be clicking, टिक 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 करेंगे तो पूरा साइकिल हमें पता ही नहीं लगेगा कि कहाँ पे है. एक बार टिक क्लिक करना है. This device is ready. आपने चूज कर लिया है कि आपको इसको एबलेट करना है. ठीक है, ये एरिया को. और आपने ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जोन को डिफाइन कर लिया है, एसिटोवाइट एरिया डिफाइन कर लिया है. अब आपको इसको एबलेट करना है. ठीक है, तो आप उसको जहां एरिया आपने डिफाइन कर लिया उस पर आप टच कर लीजिए, है ना. उसको आप टच कीजिए और फिर आपको सिर्फ एक बार दबा देना है और कुछ नहीं करना आपको, है ना. नाउ अब आप देखिए कि ऊपर क्या हो रहा है. ये जो लाइटें देख रहे हैं, दिस इज एक्चुअली रनिंग. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस वेयर इट इज एक्चुअली, when it was running, the probe was heating. Now the probe is giving the heat to the tissue, and as and when it is cooling down, it is slowly, the lights are going off. Okay, so jab wo blink kar raha tha, it was heating. Now it is giving the heat. So once all the lights are gone, it means the cycle, the heat has been given. The instrument is no more giving heat. थर्ड टाइम आप क्या कर सकते हैं, इंस्ट्रूमेंट को अब आप बाहर निकाल सकते हैं ना. इंस्ट्रूमेंट को बाहर निकाल के पहले हम इंस्ट्रूमेंट देखेंगे, फिर चिकन को देखेंगे. देखिए ये लाइट अपने आप बंद हो गई है ना, ये वाली लाइट, पर ये एलईडी लाइट अभी भी ऑन है. तो आप बस एक बार इसको प्रेस करेंगे, एलईडी लाइट बंद हो. सो यू हैव एक्चुअली प्रेस्ड द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ओनली थ्राइस, ओनली थ्राइस. और आपने कुछ नहीं किया है. आपने क्या किया है, आपने लीजन को चूज किया है, आपने राइट साइज का प्रोब चूज किया है और इंस्ट्रूमेंट को पहले रेडी किया है. रेडी कैसे किया है, एक बार बस इसको दबाया है, वो रेडी हो गया है एक लाइट के साथ. फिर आपने उसको टच किया है, दोबारा उसको शूट कर दिया है. जब तक लाइट उसमें पहले वो रन करता है, फिर फिक्स हो जाता है लाइट, फिर एक 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 करके लाइट वापस हो जाती है. सो वंस दैट होल साइकिल इज ओवर, योर फर्स्ट साइकिल इज ओवर. You remove it and just put once, press it once, so that this LED light goes off. Now this instrument is switched off. Now it is ready for the second cycle. ठीक है, अब हम टिश्यू को देखते हैं कि टिश्यू के साथ क्या हुआ. देखिए, so this is the area which is actually ablated. Circular. This is the area. So you have to ablate the whole of transformation zone like this. Okay, because the reason for ablating the whole of transformation zone we have seen. So once you've chosen to ablate it, the whole of transformation zone, so you will need multiple such throws to ablate the whole transformation zone in a single woman. Sometimes it may be a very small lesion, so a single touch may do, but sometimes you may need 3 or 4 touches before you can ablate the whole of transformation zone. So we will repeat this again with another probe with a tip. So now I'm choosing this tip, which is 19 mm and with the nipple. Okay, so I will change the previous one.
Ask the participants to repeat and
Okay.
ask any questions at them.
So this time, I think I'll tell them once more. Okay, so I have a lot of recommendations here that I should ask the participants. But then I thought that I haven't told them enough before I can ask. Okay, so we are again ready for the next cycle. Okay, so अब हमें क्या करना है, it is off. एक बार पुश किया, एक बार पुश किया मैंने, ऑन हो गया. ये लाइट भी ऑन, ये लाइट भी ऑन. ठीक है. So now this tissue is ready to be, this instrument is ready to be used. मैंने चूज किया एरिया को, उसको टच किया और उसको सेकंड बार थ्रो कर दिया. अब आप लाइट की तरफ देखिए. लाइट पहले ये हीट हो रहा है, दिस इज हीटिंग. ठीक है, this is the heating. This is around 8 seconds, this heating. Okay, now the next cycle is around 20 seconds. Okay. Now 1/4 of the 20 second is over. Half of 20 second is over. 15 seconds are over. Now the 20 seconds are over. Now you can remove it. This is the cooling period. The instrument is cooling. Okay. ये लाइट अपने आप चली जाएगी. लाइट आप नहीं जाने का वेट भी जरूरी नहीं कि आप इसकी लाइट चले जाने का वेट करें. आप एक बार इसको दबा देंगे तो लाइट भी चली जाएगी और ये एलईडी भी बंद हो जाएगी. तो 3 pushes only. ठीक है. So इसमें that's why this instrument has been recommended to be used by even non-doctors, non-physicians, but under the guidance of physicians, and can be used in non-hospital settings as per the WHO guidelines. Okay. So anyone will be interested to do this for other people, or any questions before we ask somebody to do it? किसके पास instruments हैं? Anybody having an
instrument?
Hello.
Yeah, please.
There is one question. Like we have to coagulate the entire transformation zone, and
Yes.
The first go is for 3 pushes, and we have to allow the instrument to cool. Now, is there some time for which we have to allow the instrument to cool?
By the time this light goes off, it is cooled. By the time the light goes off, it is cooled. So उसके लिए अलग कोई time की जरूरत नहीं है. The whole cycle is set at 30 seconds.
So we have to wait for the
No,
light.
you don't have to wait. जैसे ही light off हो जाएगी, मैंने आपको बताया जैसे the blue light goes off here, and the light, the front light. So we are talking about the vaginal, the focus lights. So by the time the focus lights are off, the instrument is already cooled.
That is what my question is. Like if I am doing a big hypertrophied cervix, no, then I would go for the first throw, and it is coagulated, right? And then the light will still remain on. So I may be in a hurry, and then I'll do it again.
No, you have to pull it out of the vagina, and you will have to give 8 seconds. It takes only 8 seconds. It goes off, and then you are ready for the second throw.
So once in, we cannot do it the entire thing together.
I will tell you, it is almost like doing it together only. It takes hardly, by the time you are adjusting your probe, it goes off. So जब तक आप speculum को बाहर निकाल, speculum से आप बाहर निकाल रहे होंगे instrument को, वो light चली जाएगी. So it is hardly 8 seconds.
Okay.
It's very short duration.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How long can it be used?
You're talking about the instrument, or you're talking about the probes, or you're talking about the battery?
Suppose we have 5-6 patients.
Okay, so I will break this question into several parts. First part is the battery. The battery, the company says that it can be, once charged, it can be used for 30 to 60 throws. Okay, 30 to 60. Second comes the probe. How many times a probe can be used? The probe can be used only after sterilization. So you have to have multiple probes, and single probe, actually it is still under studies, but actually one probe can be used for more than 30 or 40 throws. So
if it is in working condition, it's fine as.
Okay, and see, so there is every time, this is the second orientation program we are doing. We are actually doing CHAI, and NHM is actually doing doing the study to understand as to how many times a probe works. So the number of throws, the probes provided to us are around 4 in every set, and every set is presently estimated to be used for 30 to 40 times, but that is not our concern. We will also see कि हमें कैसे पता लगेगा कि प्रोब ने काम करना बंद कर दिया. तो जब तक वो काम करना बंद ना करे, आप उसको हर बार के बाद स्टेरिलाइज करें और उसका इस्तेमाल. Sterilization as per the guidelines that I'll tell you briefly how to sterilize it. Does that answer the question?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So anybody would want to demonstrate this before I go to the next step of maintenance of this?
It's okay. I think everything was quite clear.
Okay. So we want to go to the next step. Every time you are using it and handling it, you have to see if the probe is broken. If there are, plastic side से टूटा हुआ है या उसमें chips निकल रही हैं probe में से, then that has to be discarded. How do we know that the probe has stopped working? What happens when you switch this on? एक बार आप on करते हैं, 3 लाइट जलती है और उसके बाद वो बंद हो जाता है. It doesn't throw. जो the light runs, पहले आप on करेंगे on हो जाएगा. Then the light runs. After this running, ये बंद हो जाता है. That tells us that the battery and the shaft is okay, but the probe is not working. आप ऑन कर रहे हैं, वो ऑन ही नहीं हो रहा. उसका मतलब है कि बैटरी काम नहीं कर रही या प्रोब, दोनों में खराब हो सकता है. पर बैटरी अगर चालू रहेगी तो वहां पे ब्लू लाइट यहाँ पे आ जाएगी और वो रन भी करेगा. But as soon as the running is over, it will switch off if the probe is not working. So that is a simple way of understanding that the probe has stopped working. अभी ये डिवाइस इतना नया है कि हमें एग्जैक्टली एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है कि कितने दिन एक प्रोब चलता है. तो that study is actually going on. There's several institutes are participating into it. Soon we'll be able to know. But then that doesn't affect the patient out.
जी, इसका अपने को प्रोब खराब हो गया या कुछ हुआ तो where we have to contact for the next new set?
This is the
Because we'll have to
people who procured it. I have been just informed that the chai will take care of that. So
Okay.
chai should be informed regarding.
Okay.
Now coming to the sterilization, which is very important.
That I was to ask.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, it's very important. You have to dismantle everything. Okay, all the 3 goes out. And these 2 parts, you have to be very specific not to immerse in any water. Obviously, nobody would immerse a battery into water, but you will not have to immerse, cannot even directly put, sterilium or 70% alcohol on this directly. So what you have to do is spray it on a piece of clean cloth and scrub this completely with the 70% alcohol. Okay, so वही इसका surface cleaning, that is what is suggested for these 2 things. ठीक है, और आप हर patient में इसको करें before using it the next patient. Now coming to this part, which is actually in contact with the patient, which needs actual cleaning. Okay, so there are 2 things, 2 ways you can do it. One is by complete sterilization and the second is high-end disinfection. दो terminology company ने इस्तेमाल की है. So the first terminology, basically the cleaning process goes back in 3 parts. First part is cleaning with water. Any organic debris, visible debris, has to be rubbed out under clean water and cleaned it with a clean cloth, and then has to be sterilized or use high-end disinfection. Now sterilization is generally done with enzymatic disinfectant, which is preferred by the company, and I think it's quite costly. It is not available in our setup. Second, what is there is Cytex, a simple thing which is available with us. You have to dip it at least 5 inches into the Cytex for 20 minutes. That is what the company says, and the silicone cup should always be on when you are sterilizing it. Otherwise, this may lead to the non-functioning of the probe as well as non-functioning of the shaft. So this silicone probe मैंने शुरू में कहा था, ये बहुत important है. अगर ये probe के टिप पे से हट गया और इसमें पानी चला गया तो मुश्किल हो जाएगी. तो पहले आपको इसको रनिंग वाटर में धोना है, प्रोब लगाना है, रनिंग वाटर में धोना है, सारा ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल निकालना है, इसको ड्राई करना है, देन साइड एक्स में 5 इंच तक डुबा के रखना है 20 मिनट तक, फिर इसको ड्राई करना है। आप एयर ड्राई करें, साफ क्लोथ से यूज करें, और फिर आप इसको, इट इज रेडी टू बी यूज्ड ऑन द नेक्स्ट पेशेंट। सम पीपल हैव सेड दैट ये 100 डिग्री टेम्परेचर इसमें आ जाता है और ये अपने आप को स्टेरिलाइज कर लेता है, तो आप इसको नेक्स्ट पेशेंट में यूज करें विदाउट स्टेरिलाइजेशन। दिस इज नॉट रिकमेंडेड, दिस इज नॉट रिकमेंडेड। सो जो 3 स्टेप्स में आपको बताया गया है, आप उसी स्टेरिलाइजेशन प्रोसीजर को इस्तेमाल करें। दिस विल गिव अ हायर लॉन्गर लाइफ टू दिस प्रोब। ठीक है, so I think we are done with the TA. We will quickly go to the LEAP device अगर कोई questions ना हो। Any questions from anybody? The manual is very good. You can read the user manual. It actually tells everything to you about the machine. Any inputs, any questions? Okay, so assuming that no questions, we'll go to the next step. Okay, so there are slides. So I'll quickly go through the same indications and contraindications and post-op care of patient who are undergoing LEAP. Before we, and then we'll go to the actual instrument. So LEAP can be used for any patient. We were seeing that there is limitation of using a TA device. You cannot use it for higher grade lesions suspected of malignancy or transformation zone, which is type 3, where you cannot see when it has intruded into the endocervical canal. But this is not the case with LEAP. LEAP can be used for any, because you are taking out the tissue for histopathology. But based on the transformation zone, the depth of the tissue will vary. So you have to choose a deeper cut if you are doing it on a type 3 transformation zone. If you are doing on a type 2, it is not that much. And for type 1 lesion, it can be a superficial cut. Okay. I'm not talking about a cone here. I'm talking about a LEAP procedure. Lesions not amenable to treatment by ablative techniques, like higher grade lesions, which you've already told. Discordance between the cytology, colposcopy, and punch biopsy. जब भी difference हो या recurrence of lesion हो, तब we will prefer LEAP and not to go for the ablative procedure. Having said that, we are also choosing surgery here, but I am restricted to talk about the procedures followed in this project, so I will be talking about LEAP. High grade squamous lesions, HSIL on cytology, colposcopy normal with type 3 transformation zone. So high grade lesion or a type 3 transformation zone. Glandular abnormality on cytology, punch biopsy, or endocervical curettage. So anything glandular, if you have columnar epithelium lesions or a acetocyte area on the columnar epithelium, then also it is preferable to do a LEAP than to go for a thermal ablation. One more thing which I wanted to tell you regarding the thermal ablation probes, the pointed probes which are used, some experts say that can cause shock because of the irritation of the endocervical canal, which is very richly vascular. So has a very rich vascular nervous supply. So that is also an expert opinion, and WHO document doesn't restrict us to use it on the women who have type 2 transformations, so up to type 2 transformations. So please use your discretion. Glandular abnormality on cytology, punch biopsy, and endocervical curettage. Treatment failures after ablative or excisional biopsy procedure, we have gone through this. The women should not be pregnant at the time of treatment. If the woman has recently delivered, then also we should not do it. Severe infection, obviously we will not do a LEAP. Okay, so side effects and complications: excessive bleeding and infection. They are rare if they are the excessive bleeding during or immediately after surgery, usually controlled by diathermy. We have ball cauteries which are generally used along with the LEEP devices, loops that will caress the bleeding if there's a major amount of bleeding, or the Monsel's paste is a very good remedy for small oozings which is there generally seen after a LEEP. Post-operative infection, it doesn't, the antibiotic treatment is prophylactic antibiotic treatment is not recommended, but if there is infection which sets in, you have to use antibiotics or anti-inflammatory medicines. Cervical incontinence and cervical stenosis, premature rupture of membranes and preterm labor and subsequent pregnancies. That depends upon the depth of the cone. As we treat deeper lesions with cone, the chances of stenosis incompetence increases. Okay, so I will not, because of the, such senior people are there, I will not go in details of managing a hemorrhage after a LEEP. That will only take time. Okay, post-treatment care, I'll just briefly touch. Inform the women about the symptoms, and then they should be counseled, they should be motivated to use a LEEP. Advise her to use sanitary napkins or required to avoid straining of clothes. Advise her to avoid sexual intercourse for 6 weeks. Advise her to use vaginal tampons or douche for 4 weeks. Advise her to attend for checkup after 1 month when the histology report should be available. Advise her to report back if she has any of the following: if there is excessive bleeding or fever or any signs of infection. Okay, the follow-up is important. Obviously, you have to follow up with histopathology report and to see for the margins. If the margins it comes as positive, then the margins need to be treated. Appropriate therapy for a positive margin needs to be decided. Cases with invasive cancer on histopathology should be appropriately managed and referred. Women with a positive margin on LEEP specimen need individualized management. Those with CIN2 and 3 and microinvasive glandular cancer or glandular disease on the inner margin, endocervical and stromal, need evaluation for repeat LEEP and hysterectomy. Those with CIN detected on the endocervical margin of the cone need follow-up on LEEP, and those with persistent disease at follow-up after 8 to 12 months need a repeat excision after carefully ruling out invasive cancer. So this is what is recommended by the WHO, but obviously we use our discretion in treating the women based on her sociocultural, economic situations. Okay, so we will see the instrument first, and then probably we can come to the maintenance of the LEEP. So again, this is a handheld device. I think this is full screen. We'll make it full screen. Okay, so this is again a handheld device. This comes in a very small box like this. It majorly has, again, a very important thing is the battery. I think the most important innovation in these devices is its battery. Okay, so this is the battery with the cover. This cover is very important because you will not be able to charge the battery without the cover. The cover बहुत important है. इसको खोइएगा नहीं है. बस एक केस नहीं है. इसके बिना बैटरी चार्ज नहीं होगी.
पानी डाल देना.
ठीक है. So this is the battery. There are two batteries. One is already there in the instrument. This is the one. This is the charger of the battery. With same, if you need an adapter, you can use an adapter. This is the conduit for the smoke evacuator. We'll see how to connect it. This is a filter. We should not use the smoke evacuator without this filter because we will be inhaling the patient's tissue. The smoke which is generated from the patient. So this smoke filter is must before you connect this conduit with the speculum and the machine. So this is the speculum. You all know about this. I don't think we need to explain all this thing. This is a speculum, which is laminate. This thing. and it is connected to the one end of the conduit, and the other end of the conduit has this filter which actually attaches with the machine. Now ultimately we'll open the machine. So this is the generator. Okay, so this is so handy that the cautery plate has become larger than the machine. Okay, so this is basically the cautery plate. This is the cautery plate on which the patient lies down. Important to have the patient in contact with this, otherwise the circuit will not be completed and there will not be any charge and there will not be discharge. So this is important. Second thing, you will see here at the end of this, this is fixed actually. I cannot take this out, otherwise I would have taken out. This is the small generator. So this generator back is the battery. This is the back side of the generator. It has a battery. So आपने साइड में इसको दबाया और बैटरी बाहर. ठीक है, आपके पास अगर नया डिवाइस होगा तो इस बैटरी पे ना यहाँ पे सेलो टेप चिपका होगा और यहाँ पे फोम लगा हुआ होगा, so that this battery doesn't get discharged. ठीक है, तो आप अगर इसको यूज कर रहे हैं तो इस फोम को और इस सेलो टेप को यहाँ से निकाल लीजिएगा. निकालने के बाद you have to press this and then put it into the socket like this. है ना, simple. एक क्लिक आवाज आई, फिक्स. ठीक है. Now coming back to the instrument, this has both a smoke evacuator and an energy generator. ठीक है, कॉटरी भी है और ये स्मोक इवैक्यूएटर सेम है. आप लोग ने हमने देखा होगा बड़ी सी कॉटरी मशीन होती है, साइड में एक पिलर जैसा स्मोक इवैक्यूएटर होता है, पर वो दोनों में इंक्लूड कर दिया गया है. एंड दिस स्मोक इवैक्यूएटर एक्चुअली इज कनेक्टेड विद द, हमने देखा था इसका कनेक्शन, इसका फिल्टर के साथ हमने स्मोक इवैक्यूएटर में कनेक्ट किया. यहाँ पे हमने मशीन में कनेक्ट किया. नाउ कमिंग टू द वायर. ठीक है, दिस इज एक्चुअली मोनोपोलर कॉटरी and you have to use the socket on the machine to put it inside. Now you have to choose a right sized loop that I don't have to inform. The choice is based on the transformation zone and the depth of the lesion. If it's deep, you have to have more wide and deeper tissues. If it's superficial, then it can be even smaller. This can be even a very small D like this. It need not be deep. So the choice of the D depends upon the type of lesion. So you are ready with all these things. So now you can switch on. A simple button है, आपने इसको ऑन कर दिया, बस और कुछ नहीं करना है इसको, है ना. इसमें भी लो बैटरी के सिम्टम्स हैं, सॉरी लो बैटरी का एक बटन है. आप अगर येलो यूज करते हैं तो ये कट का लाइट साइन जलेगा, और अगर आप कोएगुलेशन यूज करते हैं तो कोएगुलेशन का साइन जलेगा. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल डिवाइस, इसमें कोई भी पावर ऊपर या नीचे करने की फैसिलिटी नहीं है. यू कैन जस्ट यूज अ कट और अ कोएगुलेशन. यू डोंट हैव मच चॉइसेस. ओके, so we are using an apple here now. So to complete the circuit, the apple has to be on the cautery plate, the patient has to be on the cautery plate, or the lead, the connection should be on. Once that is done, you can actually do the cautery. Okay, so आप जैसे सिंपल cautery करते हैं, आप हमेशा किया होगा आपने, वैसे ही करना है, इसमें कुछ भी अलग करने को नहीं. So this is the speculum. आपने एक ही स्विच से एक्चुअली cautery as well as smoke evacuator काम करता है, अलग से कुछ आपको यूज नहीं करना है, जैसे आप जनरली इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स में होता है. So you are putting it like this, no? You are putting it like this and you are in the cautery. ठीक है? So this is how this cautery machine works. So the functionality is same. I think what I just need to tell you is regarding the instrumentation. बाकी सब आपने यूज किया है, आप यू आर एक्सपर्ट्स इन द फील्ड. So I was just inclined towards informing regarding the instrumentation. So इसमें जो थोड़ा अलग है वो ये है कि मशीन और कॉर्टरी प्लेट सेम जुड़ी हुई है. पेशेंट को कॉर्टरी प्लेट के ऊपर लेटना है और उसका कोई बेयर एरिया इससे टच होना चाहिए, और there is no adjustment on the you don't have to do any adjustment on the device. It gives a simple cut and a coagulation, and once the battery is low you can see a low battery sign. That's all. It's a very simple device, and both the suction smoke evacuator as well as the cautery works with the same push of the button, and it is very easy to carry. One thing which I would like to tell you is have to be cautious regarding the use the electrosurgical accidents or burns. It gives not a very high power, so but we have to avoid any area where, because it's mobile, that's why it's specifically I need to mention this, we have to avoid areas where there is excessive heat or there are other electrical instruments very nearby, or the patient should not be directly grounded by any metal. Like if the patient is touching a metal bar and the bar is touching the ground, that kind of then there's another circuit which is formed and the patient can get electric shock and burns. So the electric energy should move around only in this circuit. If the patient is grounded with some other circuit, like a metal, she's holding a metal rod which is touching on the ground, something like that, or her legs are on a stirrup, which is generally जो OT table के stirrup होते हैं वो grounded नहीं होते, ठीक है. आपने कुछ और patient grounded कोई metal पकड़ रखा है, तो in that case there can be chances of burns. So you see that circuit that the patient should not be in some other electric circuit, or we are not forming some other electric circuit. This is a very important thing which we need to keep in mind. क्योंकि ये mobile है, इसीलिए the setup in which we will be operating may be different. So that's why it's very important to emphasize and to understand this small integrity of the electric circuit. So I thought this will leave me after I left physics, but then okay. So any questions regarding this? The battery is same. It needs around 2 hours of charging, and you can keep it overnight. It will get charged, and it gives around 25 minutes of actual throw. आप एक पेशेंट में एक्चुअल थ्रो आप 1 मिनट से ज्यादा कभी कभार ही करते हैं, बस इतना. तो आप इस मशीन को एक्चुअली 25 मिनट्स तक यूज कर सकते हैं व्हेन यू आर एक्चुअली पुशिंग इट. तो 25 मिनट्स में आप समझ लीजिए आप 10 पेशेंट को तो डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं. उसके बाद बैटरी चेंज करनी पड़ेगी या चार्ज करनी पड़ेगी. तो यू शुड कीप 2 बैटरीज चार्ज्ड पर डे, और जैसे एक खत्म हो दूसरा आप चार्ज पे लगा दीजिए. Any questions which I
have a question regarding
yes,
this pad. Like on the examination table, this machine would be kept and the patient would be on this pad.
Yes. We actually, ma'am, we are using it. The patient अगर वो हाफ टेबल भी हुआ, जो हमारे गायनी एग्जामिनेशन टेबल होता है, पैर स्टिरप्स पे होते हैं या फोल्डेड होते हैं, लिथोटमी में होता है पेशेंट. In that case also, if the patient lies down on the pad, no, ये जो जनरेटर है वो साइड में रहता है और वो गिरता नहीं है. थोड़ा सा हैंग भी करता है ना, वो गिरता नहीं, क्योंकि एक तो वो फिक्स्ड है, और दूसरा ये जो पट्टी है इतनी ब्रॉड है कि उसका फ्रिक्शन इतना होता है कि वो जनरेटर को गिरने नहीं देता. तो आप इसको आराम से रख के पेशेंट के साइड में रहता है, पेशेंट को उससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं. we have used it and it doesn't, this particular thing doesn't cause any major issue.
Okay.
Any other question, ma'am? If I can.
So we have a question on chat. What is the strength of current generated?
Okay, so what is the strength of current generated? So this is a very specific question. I will have to tell you the exact specification because I cannot, be loose on this. So I can inform you based on the manual. So I have the manual with me. So that's a very specific question. So the battery, it gives around power supply of 24 watts. Okay, so that's not a very big issue. I think it, but anyway, it has to be used with a lot of precaution. If you go to page number 5 of the manual, it gives you exact details of the battery charge, the power supply, and everything completely. And this specifically informs you the second page. It gives instruction for use. That is a very must know page when you are using a electrosurgical setup like this. So if you read through that, it gives you a lot of confidence in using it. Any other question, please?
Hello, this is Dr. Vrinda Joshi.
Ji, ma'am.
Once the battery is in, means we have put it in. Now we have to remove it after every day. It is to be removed and kept aside. Or
It's better that it's better that we remove it when it is not in use for a longer duration. जैसे एक दो पेशेंट के बीच में जरूरी नहीं है, but then obviously at the end of the day we should remove charges.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions? So any inputs? Again, I will Anupama Dave ma'am. Any inputs or do we have our colleague?
Well,
joining?
we've not done
She's there.
this procedure here, but I've seen many of these being done in UK. And you know, just after removing that piece, there's like a hole inside and that looks dangerous, but then there are eventually no problems.
No, I think it is worth giving a try using the leap because it averts a lot of hysterectomies. I think a lot of unnecessary hysterectomies. So if we are, we have a participant from okay, MPMM Varanasi, Dr. Ruchi. So welcome, ma'am. So any inputs from your side? Anything which you would like to add or? Dr. Ruchi? Okay, she may be around.
She's dropped off.
Okay, she may have dropped. Anyone else who would like to add? Dr.
And the
Hemlata?
tissue, Ajay, what we are removing, they are sending for histopath. The tissue
Yes,
we
sir.
remove, we send it for histopath examination.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is what it's in.
That is also-
Yes, excisional procedure. Mein, that is the benefit that we can have a histopathology report. So I can see Dr. Hemlata there. Anybody, anything, ma'am, you would like to add?
There's one question.
Okay, we have one question.
What is preliminary required, what is the preliminary requirement before using this device? You did it.
Okay, preliminary requirement would be first is the indication. You should be aware of the indication. It should not be used in any patient. There should be definite indication. There should not be half-hearted treatment like a woman who doesn't need. We are treating a woman who will not suffice with a leap. We are treating her, then that will be wrong. So indication should be first right. Second thing, the woman should be consenting after understanding the implications. I think there are only two, and obviously the training on the training of the service provider is important. Although I don't think it's a very big deal for any gynecologist. Any gynecologist, it's a simple procedure. Our motive, that's why our motive here was only to introduce the device and not to go into the nitty-gritties of indications as well as the procedure.
Regarding this device, generally what is recommended? Is it to be used in minor OT setting or OT setting or OPD setting? Though I don't think it won't be.
Okay, that's a very good question, ma'am, probably which I have missed here. So I wanted to inform you that it is to be done under a cervical block. That is what WHO is recommending, and that is what NHM and CHAI is also recommending. So it has to be done with a paracervical block. Okay, so we use a 1 ml solution into the paracervical area and can be used under minor OT settings. We are not recommending anesthesia, no general anesthesia for this. So obviously we are aware of the complications. We have to take requisite precautions. So it's बहुत ज़्यादा जो clinical जो forecasting की जरूरत होती है. आप अगर ठीक समझ पाओ minority में भी, if you think that it is better for the patient to do it in a major OT, we can start with major OT and slowly move out of OT and do it in a minor setting.
We can have it with anesthetist. You know, it is always better to have anesthetist by side for any such procedure. And we can do it as a planned procedure. That is, of course, can be done as a planned procedure. Like in our OT, we have a list and all for the next day. That is planned for the next day. That is how. And by nil by mouth and all probably is not required.
That is what is
Patient
not
can
recommended here in this, because it is an outpatient department. There is no admission which is advised unless there is any complication.
But post procedure, we would be keeping the patient for some time at least. No?
Yeah, it needs observation, and an hour or two of observation is good enough.
Then that is depending upon every hospital's policy, like whether
Exactly. That's why I wanted to emphasize that a lot of things goes, depending upon the practice of the hospital and the person doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So we have 3 more minutes. Anything we can discuss or anything which. So before any question comes, I'm really thankful for all the seniors who have come here, and we have had a very fruitful discussion. And I hope this will be this instrument. The usefulness of this instrument will go to the masses when if you are convinced. So you are the torch bearers of gynecology in this state for sure. So you convinced, then the state is convinced. So thank you so much, and I thank CHAI and NHM for giving me this opportunity. It's always been a pleasure to talk to our own fellow gynecologists and seniors. It's really a privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ajay, for taking time out of your busy schedule and taking this session today. You have explained all the concepts and demonstrated the device in a very detailed and lucid manner, and I'm sure all our participants were greatly benefited by it. And I also want to thank all the participants who have taken time out of their schedule and have agreed to attend the session in this time. Now I request Kausa ma'am, who's leading the cervical cancer screening and treatment program in Bhopal, to address the participants.
Good evening, everyone. It's such an honor to speak in front of a learned audience, and I think it's always good to be in learned company. I'm really very grateful to the Department of Medical Education and Department of Health for giving us this opportunity to support them with rolling out the Common Cancer Screening Program in the state of Madhya Pradesh. This has been a long journey that both the departments have walked together hand in hand, where medical colleges and the Department of Health facilities are screening and also aiding in treatment of these patients. I would just want to share a brief programmatic update. We started with 84 master trainers in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and leveraging these master trainers, we've been now able to train approximately 700 plus service providers in about 275 plus facilities in 13 districts in Madhya Pradesh. The program is now being scaled to other districts across the state, and the Department of Health is committed towards taking it to primary healthcare level also. 270 plus facilities, I'm happy to share that 150 approximately sites are primary healthcare level facilities, and it's our HWCs which are now screening for cervical cancer using VIA. It really speaks volumes of the commitment that has been exhibited not only by the master trainers who are dedicatedly training participants using the hybrid model approach, but also a loud shout out to all the service providers who are screening women, symptomatic women despite COVID. And I'm really very grateful to each and every one here. Together, if I have to peg a number, we have been able to screen more than 23,000 women in these last 6 months. And we are looking forward to screening many more women, thereby committing to the cause and living up to the cause of saving lives. A big thank you to Dr. Ajay, AIIMS Bhopal, Director AIIMS, and the 2 technical committees who've been just committed to this cause of finalizing the operational strategy, coming up with collaterals, and all of the operational strategy is now being replicated in other districts. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajay, for your time. Thank you very much for all the participants for their time. I would also like to take the opportunity and thank ISCCP, who have been really instrumental in driving the program in the state of Madhya Pradesh. DDNCD, DDMH, needless to say, have been the driving force behind this particular program. Thank you very much, one and all. Have a wonderful evening, and please do let us know if you have any queries. We'd be happy to take them on at any given point in time. We'd also be very happy if you share feedback. Thank you very much, everyone.